So, the last few days have been a bit weird, and we all of a sudden seen GameStop stocks somehow become a mainstream thing. Even Elon Musk's talking about it, that even us PC nerds are talking about it. That what on earth happened that made this meme with GameStop stock going to the moon go so mainstream, and what exactly is going on in the stock market today? And it all get a bit complicated. So here is, in layman's terms, a guide to what on earth is going on with GameStop, WallStreetBets, and the internet's war against Wall Street. So you probably know what GameStop is. It's a retailer of games and gaming accessories in the US. And they've been struggling, as you might expect, for the past few years now. Not only more and more games are being sold digitally, but also the lockdown hasn't really helped. And many people have been sensing that the end for them is near. And many people have shared the same sentiment and began to short the company's stock, or basically betting that the price of it is going to continue to fall. And because of this mounting pressure, on top of the poor sales, the stock has been continuing to drop significantly. But then, because of 3 different reasons, the company's future started to look at least a tad brighter. Firstly, several new investors arrived in the company who promised to put a lot of money into making sure that GameStop can survive. Not only that, but those people are also all experts in e-commerce, which is the direction pretty much everyone can agree in that GameStop needs to take if they want to survive. Reason number 2 is the fact that, well, the new consoles launched back in November, with a new Xbox and a new PlayStation, which are just flying off the shelves. So of course GameStop's going to be pocketing a lot of that money. And the third reason is, well, we just had the Christmas season, and during the Christmas season people buy console and PC accessories, gaming merchandise, and of course games. But not just any games, physical games. Because, well, you can't really put tacky Christmas wrapping on a digital game. So during the Christmas period, physical game retailers like GameStop do have an advantage there. So all of these things made the company's future a lot brighter, but the stock wasn't really reflecting that because of the amount of people shorting the stock. In fact, more GameStop shares were being shorted than there were even GameStop shares to go around. And that is when people started to notice an opportunity, because then in came the subreddit WallStreetBets, a community that has been really like the dark horse of the investing space on Reddit, but for months now it even had more members than r/investing, which has been, well, as you can probably tell by name, the main subreddit for stock and genuinely just investing advice. So even though WallStreetBets has always been rather niche and it rather promoted speculative and more risky trades, it has really started to go mainstream, and with that power, people quickly got to work. Because people started to notice the potential in GameStop and noticed that with all those aforementioned benefits, the prices should start to rise. So they began to buy. And they began to buy a lot. And as they quickly realized what's going on, they triggered what's known as a short squeeze. What it basically means is that, while the people who are shorting GameStop are now losing a lot of money, because, well, if the price goes down, then you earn money on the short position, but if the price goes up, you lose money. So a lot of these people began to close their positions. But the thing is that when you close a short position, you are buying back that share, which means that more people were buying, which means that demand went up, which means that the price went up, because, you know, supply and demand, which caused the price of GameStop to go even higher, reaching absolutely insane levels on Wednesday. This triggered a lot of interest from even some of the biggest names in finance journalism, be it CNBC or Wall Street Journal or Yahoo Finance. All of them were talking about what on earth was going on. And before long, the SEC even started talking about how they're monitoring the situation, and many people at Wall Street began to complain that this is market manipulation, that they had a lot of people create basically a coordinated attack to drive the price of a stock further up, which is illegal, even though market manipulation is pretty common at Wall Street. Even though market manipulation is pretty common on Wall Street. So that led to the narrative being born of this not only being a really good exercise to make some money on GameStop, but also this battle between the establishment and Wall Street, and also just your average traders. It became a populist movement of all things. It became this battle against the hedge funds and against people who shorted GameStop. And in fact, it got so bad that allegedly companies started to lie about closing their short positions on GameStop to hopefully make the price go down. So it all got a bit crazy, but then markets closed and then after hours trading began, which basically just means that, well, low volume trading going on after the markets have closed, and normal average traders don't really have access to that kind of stuff. Only, well, people on Wall Street mainly can. So in that time off, they really tried their best to drive the price of GameStop down again. But then when the markets opened again, many people were hoping to buy more and more and more GameStop to ensure that the price remains high and to make sure that these hedge funds pay for trying to short GameStop so much that it almost led into bankruptcy. But then came the twist, and that is that apps like Robinhood, which is what most traders on WallStreetBets use, started to block people from buying more GameStop, and even started blocking other popular short squeeze stocks on the platform, like say BlackBerry and AMC, which now made people start demanding action to be taken against apps like Robinhood for actual market manipulation, because they are manipulating the market by preventing people from buying more GameStop. And they actually have a point there, that is actual market manipulation. And because even though people have been worried that what WallStreetBets are doing is illegal, it most certainly isn't. Simply saying what stocks you like and what stocks you think will do well is, you know, just free speech, and you are allowed to say that. And market manipulation is mainly based around companies or groups of companies working together to make a price of a stock go up or down. Here, it's not a company, it's just a group of Redditors. Like, who on earth would they even charge for an offense here? The subreddit's mods? So that is how the story has gone so far. It'll probably develop even further in the future, but that is where it stands right now. It's pretty interesting stuff, and we really haven't seen moments like these in history before, where just a bunch of people on the internet could move a stock so much and really scare people on Wall Street that much. It really is interesting, so I encourage you to look further into it. It really is some interesting stuff and just shows the power of the internet. But if you like this video explaining in the simplest possible terms whatever is going on, then make sure to check out my Patreon, because even $1 a month goes a long way in helping my channel and allows me to make way better videos and also videos on way more interesting topics. It's going to be linked down in the video description below. And also I'd love for my Patreons Gavin Burns, LKB, Naomi Sushi, Ryan, Tiffany Jacobs and Wolfie. Thank you all so much. Down there's also going to be a link to my Discord if you can talk to me, or also Discord or whatever else really. And also Amazon Associates links if you want to spend all your well-earned GameStop money on anything on Amazon. But that's about it, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in what I like next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.